Hello, my students. I'm Miss Tania Poveda. Welcome to this class. This is Entrepreneurship 1. Let's make a short review about what we were talking about last week. Do you remember? Okay, maybe you remember this. What are they doing? They are working, yes, playing, training, celebrating, playing sports. Yes, everybody is doing something. What do they have in common? They are working together, right? They are celebrating together, they are playing together, etc. So, they are working as a team. What is a team? Let's remember, a team is a relatively small number of people that share common goals, rewards, and responsibilities for achieving them. In other words, it's a group of people working together for a common goal. Okay? So everybody knew what they want and they worked together to get it. Good. Now that we remember this information, today we're going to study types of team members. Let me ask you something. When you work in a team, when you train volleyball or basketball, or when you work with your classmates for a homework, an exposition, or something you need to work together, do you think you're a positive member? Do you contribute and work hard for your team? Or so-so, or a little, or maybe nothing? Okay, you don't have to tell me right now, but think about that. Right now, it's time to take notes. So make sure you have with you a pen and a piece of paper, and let's watch a video, and you're going to take notes about the 5 types of members we're going to watch in that video, okay? So copy something like this. You can complete this online too. You are going to receive this file on your email too, so it's gonna be fine. Okay, so if you don't have a pen or a pencil and a piece of paper, you can complete here. Don't worry. Okay? And if you need more time to do it on your notebook, you can pause the video and continue. Don't worry. So 5 types of team members. That's what we're going to watch in the following video. Make sure you pay attention and you remember the 5 names of these people. Are you ready? Okay, let's watch. Okay, I'm not going to the next presentation. First, I want you to remember the name of the company in the beginning and the name of the company in the end. Probably you remember in the beginning, it was a struggle. Remember? Struggle. What is a struggle? It's like difficulties. In the end, the company changed the name to No Struggle. So no difficulties, no problems. Okay? Because they changed the attitude and they worked together much better. Okay, here, this is a homework you're going to do at home, of course, but let's check what you have to do. Okay, so we have 5 people working on this cart. This is a cart here, like the cart you use in the supermarket or when you buy something online in Amazon or in any other site, you put some products in the cart. This is a cart. If you want to watch this video on YouTube, you can find it like the cart. Okay, so we have 5 people working on the cart. We have this person here, which name starts with P. Do you remember? Okay, so you write here the meaning of letter P and then a brief description of him, of this person, okay? What about this one? HED. You write the definition here for HED and then a brief description, okay? Next, this one, LED. What is the meaning of LED? So you write it here and then a description. The same with PTS, with this guy here. What is the meaning of PTS? You write it here and then a brief description of his contribution in the group. And finally, probably the person we never want in a team, you have to write the meaning for SP here and also the description. Did you see in the video that this guy here asked him to leave? Okay, so remember, in all of these, you have to write the meaning of these letters and also a brief description. That is going to be your homework. You don't have to do it right now. Well, you can pause the video and do it right now if you want to. You are going to receive this PPT presentation, so it's going to be really easy to do it, to type the answers. Let's continue. Now that we know the types of members, we're going to see some tips to be a good team member, okay? So we have this little friend here saying, hello, UEBLI students. Let's see some tips to be a good team member, okay? So let's see. Tip number 1, be an active team member. So what is an active? It's a person that takes action, right? So you see something and you solve the problem. Let's see. Take the initiative to make things happen. Okay, don't wait for orders. So you take the initiative. Don't always be passive and wait for things to happen. Like, yeah, if I have something to do, yeah, if I don't, it's okay. No. Okay, take the initiative again. This one is really important. Don't be afraid to go the extra mile to help the team achieve success. Okay, don't be afraid. If you have an idea, you think you can do it better, you think you can help to grow the team, do it. Okay, so take the initiative, don't be passive, don't be afraid. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, do not procrastinate. What is procrastinate? Any idea? Okay, let's see what is do not procrastinate. Follow through with assignments and submit them on time. Okay, so don't let things for later. Do it right now. Do it as soon as you can. Always put 100% of effort into your work. So do it the best way you can. Demonstrate good work performance. You see, that is to not procrastinate. Tip number 3, and this is my favorite one, because no matter if you are the leader or if you are not the leader, it's really important that you are a good listener. That is going to help you to grow as a person, as a worker, as a member in any team. Okay, so always listen, because when you listen, you learn. When you speak, you teach. But when you listen, you learn. Understand and consider other team members' ideas that differ from your ideas. It's okay if someone thinks different than you, it's okay. You listen. Receive criticism without reacting defensively. So when someone says something about your work, you listen. You don't need to attack and be mad. Just listen. Maybe that person is right. Maybe it's not. You are going to know it later. Listening before speaking will help create effective communication and problem solving. Okay, does it happen to you that sometimes you want to talk to someone and the other person starts talking in the middle? Okay, let that person speak. It's okay. So you listen first, and that will give you the opportunity to think better what you're going to say. That's why it's extremely important that you listen first and then speak, because while you're listening, you are thinking and you can organize your ideas. Okay, so that's tip number 3. Tip number 4, communicate constructively. I like this word because it means construction. When you communicate, you can build really strong things. You can create a very close environment to each other. So it's very important we communicate. And remember that communication is not only words. It can be the way you act. It can be the way you look. It can be the way you stand in front of people. So try to communicate in a way you construct, you build something. A good team includes team members that are willing to express their ideas about the work of the team. So when you are a member in a team, make sure that everybody feels comfortable enough to express themselves and to say how they feel. In that way, people can work better and be more productive. And this is something that is going to be really, really useful for your life, not only for this class and to do a wonderful homework. No, this is going to help you like forever. When expressing your ideas, be clear, be direct, be honest, and be respectful. So it's the same if you are at home and you talk to your mom, you talk to your dad, or you talk to your brothers, your sisters. Be clear, be direct, be honest, be respectful. If you are at school and you need to talk to a classmate, you need to talk to the principal, or you need to talk to the teacher. Again, be clear, be direct, be honest, be respectful. Okay? This is going to help you forever. Let's continue with the last tip. Treat team members with respect and support. Okay. It's similar than the other one, but in this case, it's not only the way you speak or the way you communicate your ideas. It's like everything. How you treat people, it's very important. If it's a person in your team, even better. If it's a person in other team, it's okay. So you treat team members with respect and support. Never yell at your team members when an issue arises. Issue is like a problem. Yell is when you raise your voice and you start talking to people like really mad. So never yell at your team members when an issue arises. Be understanding, considerate, and courteous. Be respectful. Don't put strict limitations on when you will provide assistance to your team. Okay, so you are going to help, do it without limits. Help and help a lot. Okay, so just in case, let's go back and read the tips again really fast so we can remember this forever. This is not only, again, this is not only for the homework, like, oh, I memorize the tips and then I get a good grade. No, this is going to help you forever. This is something that is going to help you for your personal life too. Remember that since we are born, we belong to a family. That is going to be your first team ever. Then you go to school and you are going to have classmates. Those are going to be your team. Maybe you practice a sport. Maybe you play soccer or basketball or volleyball. That's your team. And even if you have to do a homework with a group of classmates, that's going to be your team too. So we always live in a team, different types of teams. So it's very important that you remember these 5 tips forever. But much better than remember is to practice, to live these tips. Okay? So let's review very, very fast. Tip number 1, be an active team member. So take actions. Don't wait for orders. No, take the initiative. You see something, you do something. Number 2, do not procrastinate. Don't be lazy. Do the best you can. Demonstrate you are good. And do it on time, of course. Number 3, be a good listener. Remember what I told you? When you listen, you learn. When you speak, you teach. But when you listen, you learn. So understand and listen others' ideas. Receive criticism. It's okay, listen. And much more important, listen before you speak. Tip number 4, communicate constructively. So everybody in your team, including you, must feel really free to speak and to say how they feel. That is going to help everybody to grow together. These 4 tips: be clear, direct, honest, and respectful all the time with people around you in your house, your neighborhood, your school. You should be this way. It's going to be the best way to communicate really good and live in peace. And number 5, treat team members with respect and support. Don't yell. Be understanding, considerate, courteous. Don't put limitations. When it's about to help people, don't limit yourself. Don't close yourself. Just help. Okay, look beyond your own work and care about the team's overall work. Assist your team members if they need help. Show that you are committed to the team and care about the team's success. Okay, remember, when we are working together as a team, we have common goals. So if you work together, you must care about everybody, because the most important team is the group, is the team. It's not your personal desires, it's not your personal goals. You're going to put your personal goals aside, and then you're going to focus on the team's goal. Okay? Just like when you watch a soccer team, so you have 11 people playing for a team. They're not playing like by themselves. They have to share the ball. They have a strategy to follow. No matter if they like it or not, they have to follow the plan and work together as a team. That's the only way they are going to success. Okay? Well, here we have this little friend again, and I hope you enjoy the tips. That's a good way to learn how to be a great team member. So that's it for today. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm forgetting about this. Well, this is going to be in your email too. And here on the right, you are going to tell me what type of team member are you and why. This is according to the video of the card about the 5 members of a team. So watch the video again if you need. And right here, maybe I'm a performer. Why do you consider yourself a performer? And you describe here. That's it. You're going to have this in your email, so don't worry. Thank you very much for your attention. I know that you learned a lot today. I'm really happy you did. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.